Hey everyone, welcome back to Mechanical Moments. Let me be honest with you for a second. When you're scrolling online and you see watches like this, your brain immediately says, okay, automatic, sapphire, stainless steel, I get it. But that's not how watches work in real life, because the moment you put one of these on your wrist, something changes. Not in specs, in feeling. And today I want to talk about that feeling. I've already made full detailed reviews of each of these watches. Movements, specs, measurements, all of that. If that's what you're looking for, those videos are already on the channel. This video is not a review. This is what happens after the review, after the unboxing, after the excitement, after you've worn the watch for a week, maybe two. This is the moment when some watches grow on you and some quietly disappoint you. And that's why this comparison matters. Before we talk about specific watches, let me ask you something. Why do you buy mechanical watches? Is it accuracy? Because if it is, a phone wins. Is it practically? Because a quartz does that better. Or is it something else? Something slower, something emotional, something human? Because all three watches on this table, they answered that question very differently. Let's start with the Sea-Gull. This watch does not try to hide what it is. The flywheel is always there, always moving, always reminding you that something mechanical is happening. You don't just check the time, you watch the watch. A lot of people who bought this watch say the same thing. It looks better in real life than in photos. And that's true. But here's what photos don't tell you. This watch has presence, not size, presence. It feels thicker, it feels deeper, and the wrist is not shy. If you like subtle watches, this is not subtle. If you like watches that start conversations, this one does. Most users report surprisingly good accuracy, around plus or minus 5 seconds a day. That's very respectable. But I also noticed something interesting in user feedback. A few people mentioned power reserve behaving strangely, not failing, just not always predictable. And that's important because this watch is emotional, and emotional watches forgive less. So, here's the question. Would you accept a little unpredictability for something that makes you smile every time you look at it? Keep that in mind. Okay, now let's change the mood. Because not everyone wants emotion on their wrist. Some people want control. Some people want to look at the watch and feel calm. That's where the Berny comes in. The first time you pick up the Berny, you immediately feel something different. It feels solid, dense, serious. This watch doesn't feel playful, it feels confident. Inside is the Miyota 9110, a high frequency movement, smooth second hands, and accuracy. This is where things get interesting. Multiple users reported accuracy of plus or minus 2 seconds per day. One user even said this watch outperformed watches in his collection from Logins and Tissot. That's not normal for this price range. But here's where reality slowly steps in. This watch is big, not just the case, the strap, 24mm, that's changed everything. On a larger wrist, it looks powerful. On a smaller wrist, it can feel overwhelming. Several owners said the same thing. White dial, easy to read, balanced. Black dial, beautiful, but you work harder to read that time. And that matters more than you think, because watches are supposed to disappear on the wrist. You shouldn't fight them. So now we have a situation. The Berny is the most accurate watch here. It's also the most information heavy, but it demands something from you. A bigger wrist, better lighting, more attention. Is precision enough to justify compromise? Let's leave that question hanging. Now let me show you something completely different. This watch doesn't care about competing. It doesn't try to impress you with data. It doesn't chase specifications. It just wants to feel right. Moonphase watches are strange things. They're not useful, they're not practical, they exist for one reason: emotion. Many others say the same thing. This watch feels far more expensive than it is, and they're not wrong. The case proportions are balanced, the finishing is soft, nothing screams, it whispers. But here's the truth. This is the least readable watch here. Under studio light, beautiful. In daily life, you tilt your wrist, you search for reflections. Some users even say they enjoy looking at it more than actually reading it. That tells you everything. So let's stop pretending there is a winner, because there isn't. The Seagull makes you feel mechanics. The Berny makes you trust precision. The Sugess makes you slow down. And the mistake most people make is buying the right watch for the wrong reason. If this is your first mechanical watch, be careful. First watches should forgive mistakes. If this is your 10th watch, then you already know what you're looking for. That's why I made separate full reviews of each watch on the channel. This video was about something else, about choosing honestly. Tell me in the comments which one fits you and why. If you are enjoying this kind of comparison, not rushed, not spec heavy, let me know. I'll see you in the next one.